What up? I'm Patrick. I'm going to talk about the Pokemon market a little bit, particularly the boring stuff. So people like to talk about the new sets, the Dustin Rivals, the Surging Sparks, the Phantasmal Flames, whatever, and how it's going to do. I think those sets will do well. I'm not here to talk about that, but people have saturated that market. There's enough of that on YouTube right now that I'm not going to add to the party. The thing that I like to talk about is the 50-cent cards to the $5 cards that are underrated, that are going to grow. And one of the things that I like about that style that people don't discuss is its ongoing liquidity. So what I mean is, if you buy a box of Evolving Skies, you got a box of Evolving Skies that you have $3,000 hung up in, it makes it very hard to decide when to sell it. You sell it, and then now it went up another $500 within 2 months. So I do believe strongly that those are good investments, but I think it's fallen on deaf ears in the Pokemon market right now. I think a lot of the YouTube content is very insensitive to the average person and what they can actually afford and what they're looking for. So that's what I'm here to talk about. So I have a lot of picks. There's a lot of cards that I really like. I am currently being nerfed in my strategy by Mr. Donnie J. Trump with his tariffs. So as a Canadian, it's very tricky to do what I want to do. I want to order hundreds, if not thousands, of these 50 cents to $5 cards. Some of the perks with these cards, people don't look at their conditions on these cards. So the businesses that are getting them, they're getting them at a deal, they're flipping them for some quick money, and I respect the game. That's what they do. There's a lot of people that make tremendous money doing that, but as an average collector, what you can look to do is order a whole bunch of these cards and sit on them, and then try to slowly sort of offload them over time. I'm not ignorant to the fact that you need to have a good way to offload. So when I'm talking about this stuff, it's also with the collecting mindset. Like they got to be cards that are pretty, that are cool, that have something sort of unique, and are of familiar Pokemon that are gonna continue to be popular over time. But there's a lot out there that I think people miss. That when I look at, when my brother and I were kids and we're collecting, we held on to a lot of cards, and we've been fortunate enough that we have hundreds of these types of cards that were 50 cents to $5, and now they go for $10, for $35, for $100 over time. And it's because you don't have to sell them all at once. You can do well. But as a business owner, we got shamangames.ca. We have a way to offload it. So I am, not ignorant to the fact that not everybody has a way to move these cards, but just a type of format of video that I've been looking for that's got limited amounts of content out there. So first ones that come to mind for me are the Astral Radiance set as a whole. The Astral Radiance set is so unbelievably slept upon. You hear people talk about the sealed stuff. You hear people talk about the big chase cards, but what you don't hear people talking about is the basic V cards, the Radiance in that set. Like if you look back, it rings a bell of the Shining cards from the 2016 era, the Shining Ho-Oh, the Shining Lugia, like those types of sets with the the Radiant Greninja, the Radiant Blastoise, like those Radiant cards, with the exception of the Charizard, because it's Charizard, haven't seen a lot of movement. And I think picking up, dozens of these and hanging on to them for 5 years is going to be a tremendous play. Like you will see great growth on these types of cards. You pick the ones that are popular, the ones that people care about now, people are going to continue caring about in the future. The Greninja, the Venusaur, the Blastoise, you can kind of go down the list. There's obviously exceptions. I don't believe that the Lost Origin Radiant Sneasler will do super well, or the Radiant Charjabug. But these Radiants that are popular, they'll do well. And I'm confident that you can get a lot of these from people that don't care. And the way you make the big wins in these in this strategy is on the fact that you're getting all these cards near mint, and there's a chance that 1 in every 75, 1 in every 100 of these cards that you're ordering will get a PSA 10, and then that PSA 10 3-4 years from now is going to be in that 250, 300, if you're lucky, in some cases $500 range. I'm brand new to the YouTube space, but one of the ones that I did really well on was the Lost Origin Gengar. I wasn't as confident in my strategy at the time, so I only got 4 or 5 of them. But if you go back and look, it's was a $3, $4 card that's gone up to $50 Canadian, which I guess is 35 or so US. So there's a lot of really unique opportunities in Astral Radiance across the board. I won't kick that horse too much longer here, but definitely take a look. Like the basic V cards that are in it, they are a unique art style where they're not a particularly rare card, but you just know, like this Darkrai that's sitting there, I'm looking at it, 50 cents. All the businesses that have big numbers of these are in the US, so I'm kind of out of luck on this one, but somebody listening to this, go pick them up and thank me later. There's a lot of cards like that in the set, and just take a look. Next one for me is gotta be always, there's just 2 that I want to talk about, 2 more that I want to talk about. The next one is going to be the Amazing Rares, and people constantly harp on the print run of Vivid Voltage. Like, there is a lot of Vivid Voltage that got printed, and I'm not here to dispute that. What I am here to say is that the copies of these cards that are under $10 are worth getting. Of course, the Rayquaza, it has gone beyond that already, and it'll continue to do well. But with Amazing Rares, you got a unique rarity. They are their own rarity. They are a super unique type of card, and looking back at cards that do well over time, they are often just the Pokemon posted up. Like, you can go take a look at a lot of these cards that do super well, and there's things going on in the background and whatever else, but longevity wise, the popular Pokemon posted up are going to do well. You look at the Yveltal, you look at the Celebi, of course, you got the Raikou in there. There's a lot of popular Pokemon that just the price for me isn't justified yet. One of my favorite plays as of recently is picking these up in like CGC 9s and stuff like that. Like, just these slabs that I don't care for the slab. I just want the card. I know the card's in good shape. 3 years from now, I can break the slab, resubmit it. It's got a shot at a PSA 9. It might get to a PSA 10 if I'm lucky. Like, the cross grading is super arbitrary. Don't at me on that. It's just random. All the companies have their problems, so I'll dive into that at a different time. But this is just rambly. This is just how I'm gonna be. I got too much on the go to edit, so we're going off the dome. That's how this is gonna work. And I just think that the Amazing Rares are gonna do so well. They're from an underwhelming set that people are gonna forget about. This one, it's a longer term play. Like, I'm looking 5 to 8 years on Amazing Rares before you see any massive movement. But the popularity of the Pokemon, the uniqueness of the kind of rainbow background, and how each of the cards has its own unique version of rainbow, if that makes sense, it's gonna age well. On a similar note, the one that I like, as well as the Ultra Prisms, I hold a lot of these Ultra Prisms. I'm going to continue to hold them. I love to buy the Giratina, the Arceus or Arceus. I'm pronunciations are not my forte. You guys will come to learn. There's a lot of unique Ultra Prisms that are going to do well. Of course, talking about those that are in that $5 range are the ones that I really like to get. But even a little bit beyond that, like the Darkrai, the Giratina, these super unique. You get the diamond kind of backdrop. Ultra Prism hasn't aged particularly well as a set in comparison to some of the other things, so I think I feel like it's lagging behind. And I think you'll notice this theme of the types of cards that I'm calling. They're usually they're going to be unique, they're going to be pretty cards, and they're going to often be part of sets that I think people will want to complete in the future. So people are going to want to have all of the amazing rares in the future. People are going to want to have all of the Ultra Prisms in the future. Like, sounds crazy now. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to come out here. You're not going to hear me talk about the cards that are on the TCG Player top list. Like I said, I don't disagree with the people that are the Pika Pika Papa. Shout out Pika Pika Papa. I listen to every one of his videos, and he's got great intel. And I don't disagree with what he's saying, but I'm looking at the cards that people can realistically get and try to make those big plays that are kind of out of system that people don't see coming. There's just a lot of those types of cards, Ultra Prism wise, that I think will do well. But hey, that's my my video. That's my take. You know, new to this whole YouTube scene, so drop a like, give it a subscribe. That feels weird to say, but we'll get used to it. And hopefully you liked it. Cheers.